have Webster Tarpley in studio with us, and we're going to be talking about what really happened with the Mumbai attacks, all the evidence of false flag there with Western intelligence trying to get the two nations fighting with each other, and talk about Barack H. Obama and what his presidency is really going to mean to this nation. Also, with the Supreme Court meeting today to consider further hearings on checking his U.S. citizenship and demanding his original birth certificate. We'll talk about that as well with Tarpley in studio. But he was listening out in the green room during the break when I was covering Canadian Prime Minister wins suspension of Parliament. We just went live at PrisonPlanet.tv, so I'll recap that for the viewers out there. Canadian Prime Minister wins suspension of Parliament, and this is Governor General Michelle Jean, the representative of the Queen Elizabeth, Canada's head of state, agreed to Harper's request to shut down Parliament until January 26th. Parliament was reconvened just weeks ago after the October 14th election. Now, he lost control of the government, became a minority party, but was refusing to allow elections in Parliament to have a new Prime Minister seated. That's how parliamentary systems work. Our country was much more similar to this until 1913, the 17th Amendment, when states' legislators stopped appointing senators. That was their trump with states' rights over total federalism. But this is Imperium here because she is the head of state, and Canadians, Australians, and others in the 20-plus Commonwealth nations always say, oh, well, that's just figurative, that's just ceremonial, her as the head of state. No, no, no. If you read the charters of these Commonwealths, it is the parliaments that are ceremonial, and it is the Queen's governorship, or through her governors, that is actually the power. So there it is in Reuters, and every time I mention these reports, people just don't believe me. Yeah, Webster Tarpley's written books on the British Imperium, and many articles on it, and its form of government. So the time we have left in this limited segment, Webster, I would love to, well, first off, welcome you to the studio, but then also give you a chance to break down the article.
Thank you very much, Alex. Thank you for inviting me. It's wonderful to be here, and congratulations to you for everything that you're doing. This is the first I've heard of this. There was supposed to be a vote of no confidence against Harper by the Parliament. Now remember, under the Canadian and indeed British Commonwealth system, the Queen is the head of state of all of these places, and it's about 70 countries. It's a huge group. And in the case of Canada and Australia, we have these royal governors general, and the royal governor general is the guy who's just done this guy. As Governor General Michel Jean. So he's the personal representative of the Queen, and you can see that he has more power than the Parliament and the Prime Minister, meaning that we had this agitation in Canada in the 1960s and 70s, saying that the Constitution had to be repatriated, right? They wanted to bring the Constitution home to Canada, and it turns out that was not done. I would say for people who have trouble with this concept, there are two examples that the Queen actually runs the show. One is in the Canadian NAFTA debate, to get the North American Free Trade Agreement passed. The Queen named new senators to the Canadian